So are the Broncos legit? That is the question, Michael. Are they legit?
Listen, the Broncos, I will say, they're absolutely legit. And the key, and you know, John, this is a legit question. This is a legit question. We'll mess with you about the meeting. Well, yeah.
Heller is our producer.
Right.
John Heller.
Well, what is legit, though? What is legit?
But that's what we were talking about earlier. That's what Key asked. What is legit?
All right, let's define legit for everyone.
We got to get, because legit is, what I'm saying is, if this team can get in the playoffs and can scare any team in the playoffs, they have the ability to do that. Now, are we saying legit enough to go win a Super Bowl? That's another conversation. Kia jump into it. But to get in the playoff and cause problems, let me tell you something. The elements we always talk about a team has to have. They have to have a good defense, especially in this AFC. Wherever you go, you're going to have to play some very good defense, third-ranked scoring defense, sixth-ranked rushing defense. Remember now, you're going to go in bad elements. Those are going to be the two key moments right there. You can stop people from scoring, and you can stop people from running.
Kansas City, Pittsburgh, or Buffalo.
Right? They can go. So yeah, and they can go get those teams some trouble playing this way. Now, the rushing offense is okay. It's about 22, 23rd. But they got a big duo in Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton. Now you got those big guys, and Cortland Sutton gives you room for error. So the rookie don't have to be perfect. That's why they have an opportunity. They'll make plays, and they got a great coach that ain't going to make dumb mistakes down the end of the game. They are a scary team if you have to play them in the playoffs.
You really thought he was going to make a dumb mistake when he lined up before he called a timeout at the end of that game?
No. I know.
Because look,
Sean ain't going to make
people. I said, man, he know better than that.
No.
He knows not to do that.
Right.
Because if you miss on that 4th and 2,
right, that's over.
Man, you're going to get cooked by us tomorrow morning.
Right.
It wasn't going to happen. But are they legit?
But he's playing it to the hill. Let's see if we can get something easy.
Yeah,
let's see what we can do.
They are legit in terms of getting to the playoffs and winning a game. I don't think that the young rookie quarterback, despite...
Well, I don't think there's not a team out there that's can get to the playoffs and not capable of winning a game.
No, they can win one game.
You give them a chance.
One game. I give them a chance for one game. I don't give them a chance to run the table. It's hard, Paul.
So every
to go
playoff team is legit then?
No. I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. Some playoff teams you already know ain't got a shot, a prayer, even if they made the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, like last year, the Browns.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be over with.
They made the playoffs.
Seattle's just like Denver to me.
Legit?
Pittsburgh. They go one game and be over with. No, Pittsburgh. Last year.
I'm talking about last year.
Yeah, last year you knew
if you stumble into the playoffs because you have a great coach and a great defense.
But it's going to be hard to put three of them things together.
Like the Giants won with Daniel Jones in Minnesota. Outside of that, it was over.
So we're saying bottom tier, legit. What's the middle tier? Like Chargers, Vikings. What is that called?
That would be Chargers. Chargers to me. Chargers to me are more dangerous
than Denver.
In the postseason.
Yeah,
just a tad. A little bit, a little more dangerous because they got a veteran coach, a veteran quarterback, not a rookie quarterback. Bo Nix made some mistakes last night, although he looked good at times. He made some mistakes that made you go, man, why the hell would you throw that ball?
Setup. That was the setup.
What's the setup?
So what's the Ravens?
What are the Ravens?
Are they above this? The middle
Ravens, they got to figure them out.
Oh, they're just legit then.
The Ravens are the top part, but the bottom of the top part, but can beat anybody in the top. Now, the Ravens can run the ball.
They're more than legit.
The Ravens can run the ball.
So if you can win 3 games, you're more than legit. You think they can go to the Super Bowl.
I think there's a difference between like a real contender, a real Super Bowl contender, and a playoff team, and then there's somebody that snuck into the playoffs. Like, if you snuck into the playoffs, that doesn't necessarily mean that you are legit. You're a playoff team because you're there. But, like, for example, the Browns, the Steelers last year, like, you don't have a quarterback. You know you're not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with any team that's actually in the playoffs. Like, they knew they were going, and we expected them to be there, and they have their starters. Like, that, I think, is the difference. That's not what I think anyone thinks of Denver. They have a Hall of Fame level head coach, a Super Bowl winning head coach. They have a great defense.
He could be this year's Joe Burrow.
Well, Joe Burrow was in his second year.
But also Joe
Nobody
Burrow
saw the Bengals coming that
But the Joe Burrow had a game Listen, let me get that. I don't want to get into it because I'll break it all the way down. He had a game at home,
right?
First of all, against the Raiders. And the whistle blew, and everybody stopped, and he kept playing, and he threw the touchdown. But that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother story.
Okay.
He had a game at home, though. They will have to go on the road for 3 straight games. Yeah, it's tough.
That's tough.
And, but they, you know, like you said, Joy, got a Hall of Fame coach.
Top tier.
You got a young quarterback. You got 2 receivers in Mims and in Cortland Sutton.
Right.
McLaughlin got going in the second half of running the football.
Yeah,
we know what the defense is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Defense is going to stop you. They're going to create turnovers. Vance Joseph has done a tremendous job in his second stint as a coach over in Denver. So I don't mind saying that they can win a game. Outside of that, I just don't
Well,
see
I think like everyone is going to be hesitant to say that a rookie quarterback is going to go further than that.
Right.
So, because if he was in his second year, who knows? But we just haven't seen enough of it.
You're going to have to see at least
I don't want us to discount
4 or
that
5
Broncos
veterans.
defense, though. That Broncos defense,
Top tier.
They were giving up 16 points.
No, Broncos defense is top tier.
It's top tier defense. I'm
had a
sitting
bad
over
night
here
until last
contemplating when you toss out the question. When you take the Chargers out of Broncos, I'm like, we spoke on that too quickly.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of going like, wait a minute now, because that defense the Broncos have, in that combination, and this guy will give them the opportunity to have that combination. I'm seeing over with the Chargers. I see some issues sometimes with Quentin Johnson. They're still working his confidence and working his game up the football field. That's not going on in Bronco land.
But here's,
you know what I mean? They know what they're doing.
But that's true.
He's not having those
But that's
drops.
not the problem. The problem for the Broncos is, I got 3? I only got 1 right now at the DB spot, and that would be Surtain. Other than that, see, because I'm going to move McConkey inside.
They went through it last night.
They went through it last night, because once I moved McConkey inside...
Jared Judy put it on him, boy.
Yeah, they put Jared Judy on him.
Right.
It wasn't going to be a way that we were talking about the Chargers. And
No, I'm just saying, if
McConkey was not brought out.
I bring McConkey in, I'm going to get him the ball.
Meritocracy.
I'ma find that duck.
That means you get only what you have earned.
Yep.
I like it, Joy.
So he's going to get better with age.
Well, I think with Bill kind of was talking fast. Aaron Rodgers will be 41 if he's not already 41.
He is 41, I believe.
Yeah, so at some
He'll
point...
be 41 December, so...
Yeah, he'll be 41 years old, and by the time next season, he'll be in the 42s, somewhere around there. So it's not the same as Sam Darnold. It's not the same as Geno Smith, Russell Wilson. It's just not the same. It truly isn't. And I understand what Bill wants to coach again. And it sounds like, based on what Bill is saying, that it may be he would coach Aaron Rodgers. Well, I can tell you, he ain't coaching Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't. That part is not. He's just talking about the football aspect of it. And I do believe that Aaron Rodgers has 1 or 2 years left in him. Hold on. I know. Don't say doing what, because I'm gonna say. What is it that you're asking him to do, though? Or are we asking him?
He's asking him to play quarterback in the NFL. It's his job.
Yeah, but we need him to play quarterback. We need to draft a guy so he can kind of the guy can learn behind him. What are we asking him to do, and where are we asking it at? Because
learn what?
As I said before, though, Joy, if I'm coming into New York as the head coach, we gonna cut him before I even take the job, because I don't want that undermining my position and who I am. So the spots are very small that he could even go to. I mean, I'm talking 1 or 2 teams that need quarterbacks. That's it.
Well,
it's not a whole lot.
But I do not see Aaron Rodgers with Belichick at all.
No, not at all. That's not
for
happening.
For a multitude of reasons.
Nah.
Belichick wants youth, and he also is not going to attach himself to another legendary quarterback, quote unquote, that is going to try and win games. Like, if Belichick's going to come back and coach, part of this is because he's going to show he can't win without Tom. If he goes and wins with Aaron, then it's going to be like, all right, well, then you won with Aaron, and you won with Tom. Like, you didn't develop and create your own situation.
He's just saying he ain't going to do it, though. He's not going to do it.
I wouldn't do it.
No, he's not going to do it. Trevor Lawrence, if that spot becomes available, which a lot of people think is going to be available in Jacksonville, that's certainly a good situation. The Chicago Bears situation is certainly a good situation. There's only maybe 2 or 3 of them that's out there.
Oh, my God. That would stress me out so much.
Yeah, but
What?
you know,
Miami Dolphins could be opening up from all the rumors that's out there here in the last couple days.
You have got to stop. He's out of control.
No, I'm just saying,
He's out of control.
they don't want to say it, not me.
Hey.
Meaning the people out in the universe. The internet people, all them.
You agree Aaron has 1 year left?
I'm not sure you even have a year left because when I look at it, I got to look at, like, it's got to be the perfect spot for him. And I thought, like, usually when you bring a guy like Aaron at his age, you want to put him in position to win today. You saying the window is now.
That's what they thought they were doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they thought they were doing. So where is that next year? There's no place like that next year that I can say, oh, if we just get Aaron Rodgers, we can possibly win a Super Bowl. That's what the Jets were. That's what they thought he was. So it doesn't matter what coach you bring in or OC you bring in or system you in. There's not a fit for him to go in there and say, if we put Aaron Rodgers right here, this gives us our best chance at a Super Bowl. What? Where? What? San Francisco? Nope.
No.
We got Purdy. Okay.
Purdy.
Yeah, but they got a Super Bowl. You know, they got some Super Bowl players. They've been to the Super Bowl. Think about it. Who is that team?
Only team I can think of, and they would have to obviously do a whole lot of moving pieces around in free agency and via the draft and trades or whatever, would be the Raiders. That's the only team.
They're not ready to win a Super Bowl.
If he leaves and goes to the Raiders,
and then I'm trying to create a culture there that I don't want.
Let me see. Let me just jump in here on this craziness, if I can. I actually was very vexed when I heard Bill Belichick speak. I was like, man, God, I thought we had something going here. I expected him to give me that revelatory gift. I think that's a perfect fit. I really do. And when I look at it, Aaron Rodgers, if he's going to play football, he has to come in and submit. There's no one else he's going to submit to. The only reason we are talking about Russell Wilson having the success he has is because he has chose to submit to the culture and the leadership of Mike Tomlin. That guy is beyond reproach in what he has accomplished, so I'm going to listen to him. Aaron Rodgers will have to do the same thing, too, for Bill Belichick. Now, let me finish. I'm not asking Aaron Rodgers to be the Aaron Rodgers that throws 30 passes. I'm asking Aaron Rodgers to just give me 20. Bill Belichick is going to want to win games with his defense, and you give him that Jets defense. You give him that Jets defense. He's going to have an offense that's going to focus on the run game, and he's going to hand that ball off. And I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers will make the few plays that he needs to make. And the point he made about a year removed from that Achilles, he's absolutely right. That's the only place he can play football.
The Jets.
Is with the Jets. And I'm talking about with Bill Belichick.
Right. I agree with that.
Any other head coach,
I agree with that.
It will not work. They did it, and they ran his way, and they running everybody out of town his way. I like that. I really do. I like that. I think it'll be great. So what if with that running game with Brees and Hall, they got all
that sounds good.
Ooh.
All that sounds good.
But even that key, even if he messes up, see, Bill ain't gonna be afraid. I sat down the greatest that ever did it, son. That seat over there, take it. Go ahead, don't take that. You give me another quarterback here. See, ain't nobody else gonna do that. But Bill, who sat down Tom, sit your ass over there. I'll come back to you at the end of the season. He will do it.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.